What's up, everybody? It is time now for Post-Show Headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas, and back, all tan, is the great John Kincade. Last week was a lot of fun with Connor and Brendan and Haley, but Johnny, it is good to have you back. I'm glad you're thrilled to be back in Philadelphia.
I am glad to be back, and I am hydrating on the tears of the Philly Flyer media as they continue to whine about John Tortorella.
Yeah, guys like Dylan McKinnon and others.
Gotta hydrate, people, especially after a week of drinking.
Of boozing. So you come back from vacation, and you're ready to go. John said, Andrew, I got it. I got all 5 questions. So I have no idea what's coming my way.
Yes,
so here goes nothing. Post-Show Headlines. 5 topics, 2 minutes each. We post it on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and then we move on.
Okay, LeBron James told Stephen A. Smith, keep my son's name out of your mouth.
Did he smack him like Will Smith?
Out of your mouth. That's what he said to him. Okay, so I ask you this. Stephen A. Smith being hypercritical of the fact that bringing up that LeBron got him into the league when he doesn't belong here. And that's what Stephen A. Smith's assertion was. Mm-hmm. Out of bounds?
No, because one of the things that I actually watched Stephen A. Smith explain everything after it happened.
Sure.
He straight up said he didn't want to be a part of it because journalists don't want to be a part of the story. But come on, Stephen A. I'm sure you didn't care that you were, very viral about it.
When you're sitting courtside,
you
sort of do.
Yeah, you don't mind that you were viral. But he said he complained when LeBron, well before the draft, said that my son is already better than half the players in the NBA.
Correct.
He said that. LeBron James
said
that.
Quote.
And what Stephen A. Smith was trying to say was you're putting your son in basically a lose-lose situation unless he does prove that he's better than half the league, which he has not.
No, he hasn't proven he's better than half the G League.
Right. And so
that's nonsense.
And you're LeBron James. It's not Bronny's fault that you are the face of the NBA. So you're obviously going to be talked about. But LeBron's comments, he did a lot of this to himself.
He
did
a lot of it to his kid.
To his kid, right. And he brought this upon himself. So what Stephen A. Smith says on the air, I don't think he ever said anything that was out of line.
No, he said facts. And by the way, it's a hard opinion to hear, but I'm all for it. Yeah. LeBron James ran a jobs program for his kid who doesn't belong.
Yeah.
He didn't care about it. I have to say this. So. All right, free agency begins today in the NFL.
No, legal tampering, John.
Well, it's free agency.
Free agency is Wednesday at 4.
So I'm going to ask you this.
Yes.
Do you care more amped up for these 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when tampering begins and then free agency officially rings off? Or do you care about the 3 days of the draft?
No, this one. It's not even close to me. Because it's, all right, how can teams change the direction of their franchise with one move? It could be one move that changes everything.
Did we see that last year from the Eagles?
We did. The Eagles winning the Super Bowl. How much money do some guys that we don't think probably deserve close to $100 million, Milton Williams, how much money do these guys get? And it's players that we know, right? Like, obviously, when it's draft talk, we talk about the first round, we talk about the second round, we react more so to rounds 3 through 7. That's why we rely on guys like Andrew DeCecco. I didn't know who the hell Jalen Hunt was, but I know who Saquon Barkley was. I know who DK Metcalf is. I know who a lot of the other players that were already reportedly getting contracts or getting traded. I know those guys. I don't know who the Houston Christian roster is.
Considering you were an NBA cosplayer,
yes,
during the process, I'm a little shocked at your answer. For me, it's absolutely the 3 days of the draft.
Interesting.
Like, it's not even close. I'm excited about it, but I really don't think where the Eagles are that teams are making quantum leaps towards them during this 3-day period as much as they might do during the draft.
By the way, NBA, I like the NBA trade deadline has become more entertaining than the MLB trade deadline. The NBA trade deadline is crazy. By the way, the cosplaying, I wanted whoever was the first overall pick. I wasn't really studying picks 15 through 30. Half those guys are overseas. You don't see them for 2 years.
Do you guys get together and cosplay stuff now? Or is that past?
No.
Okay, no. I'm going to ask you this one is, the trade that your team made that you wish they could have back. Any team you followed, any team you've been a fan of, the trade that you wish you could have back. because this is a hard one, especially like live to be spinning the wheels and thinking. But I know there are players that exited this town that you probably were borderline.
Oh, well, first was not the first one that came to my mind. The first one, in all honesty, that came to my mind just because I'm not the biggest fan of him as a baseball player, not as a person.
Okay,
Brandon Marsh is a good dude. I was curious of the untouchable Logan O'Hoppe going for a platoon player.
And you wish they could have that back, right?
Considering JT Realmuto's on the tail end. But
yes, I wish they could have that one back.
I got heat for it, and I'm not afraid to keep on bringing it up. James Harden would still be good with the Sixers.
I thought you'd go to this one. And guess what? You've proven more correct on this than
that was the best point guard that Joel Embiid ever had. Best point guard that Joel Embiid has played with has been James Harden. And you're seeing what he's doing with the Clippers. He's still averaging 30, he can put up 30, 40 points on a given night for them.
He's carrying a team to respectability.
Yeah, that's dealt with Kawhi Leonard's injuries, Paul George's exit. Like, that team's not that great, and yet James Harden is still winning them games. I'm sure like Cliff Lee being traded away when I thought he was going to stay here, that one sucked. They ended up bringing him back.
They did bring him back, but that's mine.
Yeah.
That's where you're on the same wavelength, because I do believe that derailed a little bit of what was going on.
That bit of a run. Yeah, but I could probably think of more.
I think your Harden one, though, that's one in the win column for Salciunas because I did not agree with it. I did not agree with him on that.
It was a very empty island when I was on it.
No, I mean,
it was a very empty island.
I think you have absolutely been proven correct.
It would be nice to still have one. He's done more than Paul George.
Okay. Your confidence in Rob Thomson.
You and I disagree on
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I have to ask you what his confidence is on.
Okay.
On his ability to be a different manager and to adjust this year some of his philosophies. Nick Sirianni just did it this year and won this town another Lombardi trophy.
Yes.
Does Rob Thomson have the ability to change his act?
Maybe not. I think follows a certain way of doing things, which, even though you will scoff at it, has led to a World Series, an NLCS.
I'm not scoffing at those accomplishments.
90+ win season.
No, his players love what he created.
Yeah,
was amazing. I still think he's living off the lightning in a bottle of 22. That was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, but here's
that
the deal.
was around 4 months of.
I know there's a lot of fire topper people out there.
I'm not firing.
I go back to just this past playoff series with the Mets. There were only a couple moves that I disagreed with, and I don't think those couple moves made or broke the series.
I think that series was lost in July, August, and September when he literally had no urgency.
Yeah,
he said, "Oh, guys, take off. Yeah, we want to make sure everybody's rested for October." How rested were they? They look terrible. See, I would never be in the fire topper camp.
Right.
But if this team takes another step back or doesn't advance further than they did last year, I absolutely want to do
this payroll. Next year. You're gonna have to think about it. Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna change all that much.
So you don't think he's gonna do what Nick Sirianni did?
No, but I think he's still very good in his own right with what he does. Okay. Especially it's a long season, right? The 162 games, a little bit different.
Best thing he does.
Yeah, a little different than the 17-game damn sprint that Sirianni coaches, and he was spectacular with that sport.
I wish John Tortorella could come in and coach the Phillies just to have Dylan deal with it 162 games. Okay, last one. I have a brilliant idea. After traveling this past weekend,
yes,
I have a brilliant idea. I want to float it out there. Planes should board from the back door.
Yes,
the back of the plane. So what you should do is the what do you call it? Jetway?
Mm-hmm.
Should bring you to the back door of the plane.
Oh.
First class.
So they're still getting on first.
They're getting on first.
Okay.
But when they board, they come on and they walk all the way up to the front of the plane.
I will vote for you for president.
And then zone 2 boards. And they come in the back of the plane, walk up to their rows.
Yeah.
You never would have the bass-backwards plan of having everybody have to climb over people that are still getting in their seats.
Now, wait, hold on.
Okay.
I do have one problem. Even though I love...
The flow would be 100% better.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it would take 10, 15 minutes off boarding every time.
Here's the problem.
What's the problem?
when you're deboarding the plane,
Okay.
are you
You're boarding from the front. You're deboarding from the front.
and then you're moving the thing again to the back?
Yeah, after everybody's exited the plane.
How much work is that?
No. After they've exited, it's a machine that does it. They push a button and it does it. You get off the front of the plane, and then once everybody's off the plane, that's removed. They push the button and it goes to the back of the plane, and that's where people board.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's brilliant.
No, it is brilliant.
And why it's not been done yet, we can figure out how to put 2 tons of metal in the air and it stays up there.
Right.
But we can't figure out how to get people on a plane faster.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with the air travel.
And we 7 on the flight out, so a little fist bump for you. 7 on the flight out, 6 on the flight back of people coming by, because we always upgrade with points. I'm a buy the best ticket you
Successful
can.
man.
And then I upgrade with points. Yeah. I'm not paying for first class. I'm going to upgrade to it. And
Just a boosh.
7 and then 6 of people, 76ers, I thought of it, that stopped and said, "Go Birds, great show."
Oh, nice.
Love it. So people are listening to the Fanatic and to Kincade and Salciunas, and we love them all.
Well, hopefully they also watch on YouTube and like
Hopefully
and subscribe everything that they do here.
That's a great idea. It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back, Johnny. All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Legal Tampering opens today at noon. Big day tomorrow. Andrew DeCecco in studio with us for an hour to react to the Eagles' moves, if there are any, and, of course, all over the NFL as well. It's good to have you back. We'll talk tomorrow. Connor will be back tomorrow as well. So
the whole family's here.
See you guys then. Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.